Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm Connie Douglas from Great Stamping with Connie. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Canada, and I am here to share an online card class with you. So welcome to CraftSpot. This is my online card class this week, and it is free for everyone to watch. And I'd love to have you craft maybe not with me. I'll probably be going a little bit fast for that, but you are welcome to craft these cards afterwards. You can go back and watch the replay as many times as you wish. And if you would like to have a kit to make these cards, I would love to send one to you, absolutely free of charge. You just need to place an online order from my store using my current host code. And if your order is a minimum of $40, I will send you the card kit for free. And if your order is over $60, I will also send you a free package of embellishments. So a little bit more on that later. But for the moment, I need to see if I'm live because the screen looked different again. Took me 3 times to remember to turn off the volume. But I want to just see if I can see me on here because I'm suspicious. Oh, looks like I'm live. Maybe I am here. I don't actually generally go back to the screen where I have to set some things up after I start it. So in fairness, I'm not always sure exactly how that screen would look after I go live, but I thought it maybe looked different. So anyway, I think I'm live. I can see me. I seem to be moving. So I'm going to assume all is well. So if you are here, do say hello. And thank you so much for stopping by. I love having people watch my videos, people join in, people chit chat, whatever it is. And I love to have you craft and share your crafting with me as well. That's what inspires us all. So, and I just noticed I've got my microphone clipped on, sort of squishing my words here, but I have my Inspire, Create, Share t-shirt on today, which was from the last onstage event in Houston in March, I guess. So, oh yeah, because it's a t-shirt, it kind of clips funny, but it's all good. Most important is that it's on and hopefully you can hear me okay. So, all righty, let's go down to the craft space. Replace the spotlight. There we go. So just bring the light over here a little bit. Whoops, let's not knock everything out of place and all the rest of it. Keep it. Ooh, doo -doo. Okay, stop touching things. Don't mess it up. Okay, so as I said, today I have an online card class for you, and you can get a kit to make these 3 cards for free with an order from my online store. So that is that's exciting. That's wonderful, isn't it? Sorry, this is on funny angles, and I don't know that I can completely fix it, but I can probably make it. I think that's a little bit better. Okay, yeah, the old cottage to home and rearrange everything, set up and stuff. But here we are, we're there. I think I'm all in. I'm gonna move this up because this is just a little bit of my guide for where I should be so that I craft right here and hopefully you can see everything. So today we are going to use the Wildly Flowering Designer Series paper or patterned paper. It's beautiful for one. It's in the new annual catalog. And if you haven't seen it, there are all different flower patterns. So there's one that's actually the back of it, just the plain Misty Moonlight. So, right, you have me at Misty Moonlight and Boho Blue, right? You know me and my blues. So look at that. I mean, is that not just gorgeous? But even this one with the browns and the tans, and then we get into some Moody Mauve stuff and Wild Wheat, which is not my favorite, but you know what? I do like it in this paper. Look, little bits of it there with pecan pie. What else we have? I don't have any other bits nearby. So anyway, there are a couple of other patterns that I haven't shared in this pack, but it's all flowery for the most part. some subtle things, right? Like, where did that one go? Now I've hidden it. Oh, here we go. So soft patterns, and you'll see some of that in some of the cards that we do today. But just, oh, there's one. Look at that. Misty Moonlight. And it's like a linen texture kind of thing. I'm not sure how well you can see it. It looks like it might be shiny. It is not. It's that's just my light. So I apologize for that. But anyway, beautiful paper. If you have not ordered any of this, I would strongly recommend that you order yourself a package, and that could go towards your minimum $40 order to get you a free kit to make these cards. Now, I will send you the pieces of designer series paper that you need to make these, but once you've played with some of it, you're going to want more. So just saying. Okay, so here is one of the cards. So I talked about loving the blues, and I'm just looking at this. I didn't actually use any of the blue designer series paper for any of these cards. Isn't that yeah, that's me. Anyway, I did use this piece though, and I put a boho blue card base on it, so that's kind of fun. And then we have one with Moody Mauve. And then if you did see my post, my Facebook posts about this, I did promise a masculine card using Wildly Flowering designer series paper. Were you confused? Look at that. There it is. I'll hold it up. This is similar to that Misty Moonlight piece in that it's kind of a linen texture on there, but it's in the tans and the browns. And then I've paired it with Misty Moonlight. So there we go. Those are the cards. So let's get started. Now, if you do place an order and get the free card kit, there is also a PDF tutorial that I will send to you. So that is something else that you can expect to receive with your kit. So let's start with the masculine card first, shall we? So Misty Moonlight card base, and it's just a standard card base. The tutorial that I send will have all the measurements so that you can recreate these if you wish. There we go. Piece of that's pecan pie. So I started out. This is where it all started from. This was the designer series paper that I had out. And I was going to use this, and then I thought, well, I could flip one over just, for something different. And then I thought, oh, if I flip them all over, I could make a masculine card. And so originally I had pulled out Misty Moonlight and Wild Wheat because you don't see a whole lot of it in this piece, this small section, but excuse me, there is Wild Wheat in here. And so I had a Wild Wheat layer, and then, I turned it over and it was this, and it's like, oh, wait, there's no Wild Wheat left, and there's no Misty Moonlight left. And I thought, well, I want Misty Moonlight. So that's why I put it in. Okay, so I also have 3 strips of early espresso cardstock for those to mount on, and a little sentiment piece here. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. I clearly I talk too much when I do these videos, right? I seem to get dry all the time. Anyway, the stamp set that I'm going to use today, we're not actually doing a whole lot of stamping, but we do need some sentiments. So I've pulled out this Round We Go. Brand new to me, also relatively new. It's in the new annual catalog, but it is a bundle and it has dies and everything. So watch for this in an upcoming craft spot perhaps, or a card class perhaps, or I haven't decided yet. As I said, it's new to me. I haven't really thought about exactly where I'm going to use it. I did buy it to make some things for a craft sale, so it's gonna end up there, but not quite sure exactly where I will slot that in yet with regular crafting with you, but for sure I will, because I just know it's going to be a fun bundle. So, and it's got some great sentiments. Just trying to hover over this so I can get this relatively straight and centered and all those things. Oh, that's probably the best one I've done all day. I was struggling with this for some reason. It was getting crooked, it was off center, it was, all the things that you don't want. But looks like we got to go in there. So, okay. Anyway, as I say, it is geared to birthday, happiest birthday, but it says time to celebrate and hip hip hooray. And time to celebrate, you could just use the U. This is your day, month, year, whatever you like. So it doesn't have to be just birthday. Could be for other celebrations as well, including graduation. I think we're pretty much past graduation. We're into July now, but hip hip hooray to me is a bit of a graduation sentiment, or it certainly could be a graduation sentiment. So, okay, and I am just going to adhere this to the Misty Moonlight piece. This is the Country Corners dies. I love these dies. They are awesome layered dies and a really kind of cool shape. Do I have that crooked? I think so. And I'm probably not. Oh, I am still in the camera. I'm just going to pull this right off and try again. I'm just going to put my adhesive right out to the edge there. So I did not have it all the way out. And we'll try this once more. We can get it straight, get it centered, get it all those good things. Okay, I think we're good there. And then we have these 3 strips. So I'm going to use liquid glue for these, and I'm going to put them all down on my silicone mat, and I'm going to glue them all at the same time. Get her done. This was a relatively full bottle of glue. I swapped it out from the one that I had been using. And I made my first cards because that one it's not empty. There's still a fair amount in there, but it is getting down. And I didn't want to spend too much time shaking a glue bottle. I'm sure that's not anything you need to see, need to have me demonstrate, right? And this is how I shake a glue bottle. This is how you can shake a glue bottle. Probably not necessary. Okay, get this down on here. These are large enough borders that if you wanted to just use your tape runner, get them down quickly. I use liquid glue when it's a very narrow border, but this is it's wide enough that you could probably get it spaced. Okay, I guess the advantage for me using liquid glue here, I have difficulty placing stuff vertically. Not that you need to do them vertically. I find it easier to do it horizontal. Don't ask me why. I'm not sure there's any particular reason, but something about spatial something or other probably, and how my brain works. But I find it much easier to do it horizontal. So if I was using tape runner, I would definitely want to do those, put them down horizontally instead of vertically. It all ends up the same in the end, because if I shuffle these, you won't know which one I did which way. Okay, I'm being silly. I get it. Now, we are going to just put these onto our pecan pie layer. These, actually, I'll just tape runner onto all of these, and then we'll set them down. And I'm just going to set them on my card and kind of get them where I want, and then we can give them the full press. Okay, so what I would recommend, so I've staggered these. I would just come in with your one near the top and then go to the far side and do the one near the bottom, just kind of trying to match your borders that you created. Okay, and then the one in the middle will be staggered. And if you like the spacing, then you can give them a press. And if you don't, you can still pick these up because, as I say, we didn't press them down. We just sort of set them down. There, I think we're in place. Okay, and then I am going to put dimensionals onto this guy. And I don't know what he needs, but here we'll just throw one in the middle just to make sure when it's a little bit longer, you don't want it to sag in the middle. And sometimes it can if it's long and you've got it popped up if you don't have something supporting it. So I'm going to put this about here. You can put it wherever you like. You can put it on the left side, the right side, whatever you wish. Make sure that's relatively straight. And then this is from the Autumn Leaves dies that came out last year. They are still available. So you will find them in my online store if that's something you're interested in, if you want to get ready for fall, autumn, whatever. It's it's not my favorite season, so I don't want to talk about it yet, but it's a blue leaf. It's not it's not really real. I'm just going to tuck that ever so slightly under there on a bit of an angle. There we go. And then we can attach it to our card base. Okay, I'll put this on here. I have to tell you, the last week, I think it was, we had all that echo and double sound, triple sound going on and everything. So they've changed it, and you now have to specifically say, don't connect to the audio before you actually join the Zoom meeting, which is new. And I forgot to do that. So of course I had to get out of everything today, and then I had to go back in, and then I forgot it again for one of my devices. Crazy. So if this is for if you want to send this to a mail, you may or may not want to put some sort of embellishment on it, but I just love gems. So I'm using the adhesive backed swirl dots. And this top one in the brown, these are not glossy. They're not shiny. So I think that they're okay. And anybody that gets a card from me knows it's got to have gems on. So there we go. Just a couple little to frame the sentiment. That's all I'm doing. Not making it all glittery or anything. So and there you go. Card number 1. Okay, card number 2. For this one, I have a thick basic white card base. Whoops. And a piece of early espresso. And then we have 2 of the pieces of designer series paper. So here's the Moody Mauve on one side, and again on the other side, but with smaller flowers. So we're going to use this. And then here's more of the wild wheat, but we're going to use just this subtle pattern. So I have cut these to fit here. Okay, so we're just going to start. Actually, let's start with our stamping, shall we? We'll do that and get that set up. So where's my Moody Mauve ink? Here we go. this sentiment piece I have die cut with the Everyday Details dies, which I haven't used for a little while, and I love them. So pulled those out and thought I would use those. Now, I have to move this down here a little bit so I can see what I'm doing. That's very, looks very inky. Hopefully it's not too inky. But we're just gonna smack that down on there and we'll see. I think we're okay. There's a lot of ink on that stamp, but it's stamped okay. Let's clean that off before I lean in all that excess ink or anything. Okay. And then set that up there. Now we will put this this paper on here. So I'm going to use liquid glue because we may want to just shift these around a little bit once we get them into place, because we want them to be touching and we want the borders to be at least similar. They don't have to be identical. It's a handmade card, but we want them to be at least similar looking. You don't need to get out a ruler or anything. You can just eyeball it, but you don't want it too far off. All right, so put that up top. Just going to come in here with this one. Now there is an up and a down to this, so just make sure you've got the stems coming down from your flowers. And I'm just going to set that where I think I want it. And then this one is not as much up and down. So you can just decide which way you think you like it. Now, see, I have way too much border down here. So I'm just going to pull this down. Now, they don't have to meet in the middle. When you get your top and bottom border where you like it, don't worry if your papers don't exactly meet top to bottom. You do want them to be pretty even left to right, because you will see those edges. But the top to bottom, once you're happy with that, you can just leave it, because we're going to put a strip of embossed cardstock in here. So here's my cardstock strip, and I have embossed it with the eyelet embossing folder. I'm going to glue that down, kind of like adding a piece of ribbon, but it's not. Could have been, but it's not. And because this is embossed, you want to be using your liquid glue for this, just to get in all those nooks and crannies and make sure it's held in place nicely. Now, if you put this right at the edge, you're going to be almost in the middle. And if you put it in the middle, you'll be just slightly under, or you can put it down mostly towards the bottom of your paper. You can put it wherever you want, as long as it's covering over that seam. So you can have as much top and bottom paper showing as you wish. Okay. Right about there. And then my sentiment, I am just going to add with dimensionals. Then I'm going to put one in the middle because we don't want him to sag. I don't need 3 for stickiness. Dimensionals are very, very sticky, so it will be held in place fine with just the 2. But depending on whether you have anything that gets put on there in the mail or anything, it can sag a little bit. So that just a smidge higher. Okay, and then we will add this to our card base. We have it opening the correct way. There. Okay. Now for this card and the next one for that matter, I have the 23 to 25 in color opaque sparkle dots. So they're opaque, they're solid, but they have little, I think they have little, they look like they have little bits of glimmery stuff in them, a little bit of shimmery stuff. Anyway, they kind of sparkle. So that's what we're going to use. So let's see. I'll just put these all on here. Oh, and there you have it. So these gems are in all of the 23 to 25 in colors. We've got Pebbled Path, Wild Wheat, Copper Clay, boho blue, and Moody Mauve. Boho blue. Oh my goodness, isn't that terrible? Yeah. Anyway, there you go. Yes, all 5 colors, all the in colors. So we are using some of them today. Well, we've got the Moody Mauve, and then on the third card we have the boho blue card base. So this is a tone of Misty Moonlight, but that is very, very close to boho blue. So that's how I went. Okay, card number 3. Anyhow, you know all these things, and then you say it, and all of a sudden it's like, is that right? Wait. Oh, I just said that. I wasn't thinking. What is that right? Am I confused? Okay. So this piece is a very narrow border onto the mossy meadow. So you are going to want to use your liquid glue to adhere this. Because unless, you don't have to. Everything I say is my suggestion and or my recommendation based on what I need to do in order to get things on properly. But if you have a really good eye hand thing, and you can get this placed squarely and evenly in one go, then you can use tape runner. It will work. Okay, so that is on there. I just realized that I didn't stamp my sentiment because because I had forgotten to get out my sentiment piece. So let's go back and do that. This is the Labeled with Love punch, and I love it. Such an awesome bundle, the Labeled with Love bundle. You can get it with a punch or with dies. If you choose the dies, you get 3 dies that cut this shape. But I like quick and easy punch. Punches are great if you are somewhat new to paper crafting and perhaps don't have a Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, and it's perfect. But they're quick and easy, and I love them. So I ordered my bundle with the punch, but it's up to you, whichever you prefer. Same price, same bundle savings on both. So it's just a personal choice kind of thing. Okay, there we go. Now for this card, I have also punched a Mossy Meadow Labeled with Love punch. And I'm going to cut it in half. And then whoop, I am going to put some glue on the front of this. Okay, so this is the front. A lot of times with a punch, it doesn't really have a front or a back, but just so you know, I am going to be gluing down onto this. So that's what makes it the front. Okay, and I'm going to give this just a very narrow border to match kind of the narrow border of this. That. And this side. So this punch is, it's just one punch and it's just one size, but this is a way that you can get a border for a punch. And you can make this border, considerably larger, deeper, to be more towards the 1/4 inch layer, or you can have it small. You can do it just top and bottom. You can do it just the ends, whatever you like. And then you can see that we've made it just a little bit larger. Okay, now we also have a couple of these Mossy Meadow punches. This is from the Bow Punch. And I am just going to put a little bit of tape runner onto here. And I'm going to attach these guys like that. And then I'm gonna, now, if you're worried about those coming off or falling off or anything, you can also add just a little piece of tear and tape. Okay, leave this backing on because we're going to put this on dimensionals, so we don't necessarily want to take that off and have it possibly stick down on our card and make everything rather uneven. And I'm putting more on here just because, to be honest, not really for any particular reason. I am going to put this right onto my card now, though, just because those bow pieces are just a little slightly delicate. They're not certainly not as delicate or as finely cut as some of our die cuts, but they can bend and smush fairly easily. So I just get this all set up, and then I can just smack this down and not have to be playing with it afterwards. That's probably a good thing. Not that I'm a bull in the china shop all the time, but okay. And then we'll just put this. I want to kind of see where you're going with this. I don't want it to totally cover up that flower there, but we'll put it about, it should be in a little bit. Should be in or out. It was very close to the edge, and that's just not quite right. I don't think I want it out. I think I'll go in a little bit further, which will put it a little bit more over that flower, but struggle to get stuff straight when I'm not right over top of things. You'd think I would have kind of adjusted to that at this stage, but not so much. Okay, and then what we are going to do is bring in those 23 to 25 gems again. And this time we'll use the boho blue. Just gonna put these again on the sentiment piece, I think. As the paper is patterned, the gems have a bit of a tendency to get lost if you do them out there, unless they're really super bright and shiny. And these have some sparkle, but yeah. Okay. So there we go. Clear some of these things out of the way so you can see those. Those are the cards. So I hope you like them. Again, they featured the Wildly Flowering designer series paper and the Round We Go a stamp set for the sentiments. So, oh, I was gonna say, why can I not get this? There we go. I'm back. Whoop, move the light out of the way so that you don't have a light in front of my face and all the rest of it. So those are the cards. If you would like the card kit for that. I would love to send it to you absolutely free of charge. And as I said, you can get that free by placing an order in my online store using my current host code. I will put all the details in the comments under this post, as I promised in the little description of this post. So you will see that hopefully. And if your order is $40, I will send you the kit absolutely free. All these pieces that you need to complete those cards. And if your order is over $60, I will also send you a full package of the in color gems that we used on some of the cards today. So you can order anything you wish, but you must do it by next Wednesday. So that's July 17th. So before I go on to my craft spot next week, you should have placed your order, and then I will send you the free card kit for these. Thanks again for being here. I really appreciate it. Be sure to join me again next time, because I just I love to share these things with you, and I hope you enjoy crafting I hope I inspire you. Words are difficult today. I don't know. I haven't quite got the tongue working yet. Oh no, it's going to be too late for that. We're into late afternoon at my place already. So anyway, thanks again for being here. I love hanging out with you, and I hope you enjoy the crafting. Take care, everyone. Bye for now.